Nels, heartbreak right at the end. Rochdale win 2-1. How do you overall assess that one?
Yeah, first off, I thought we were good. We kept the ball at times, looked dangerous, built sort of plenty of attacks, and we know what Rochdale are like. They're right up there in the stats in terms of possession and amount of passes in a game and dominating possession of the ball. So I thought we did quite well first half. Obviously got the goal, and that gave us a lift to go one up. Came in at half time, and then we knew they would come out second half, and first 10-15 minutes would be a sort of they would press us high and try and keep us in, and we just didn't really weather that. We needed to change it up and possibly play for a bit more territory. We invited the press at times, and ultimately sort of got punished for it.
That's what was going to be my question. What was said at half time, because it chalk and cheese really, first and second half, and I know you always probably expected, as you said, Rochdale to come out flying and try to get back in the game, but when the equaliser went in, it's fair to say that's one that they deserved. Yeah,
definitely they were bang on top second half, and deserved to get back into the game. Like I say, we didn't do what we did first half. When we did turn the ball over, first half we kept it for longer periods, made 4 or 5 passes. Second half, if we turned the ball over, we generally give it straight back to them, and they just were able to build another attack, and it was almost like waves of attack and phases of play against us.
What do you put that down to, if you had to put your finger on why first half and second half obviously seem so different?
It's just moments of the game and managing the game, and the lads sort of realising that the press is coming, and if you can't play through the press or it's too intense, then sometimes you need to go over it and play for territory at times, get them turned, take the game up the pitch, and be a little bit ugly at times. You can't just keep the ball and play nice passes all the time. Sometimes you have to spoil the game just to settle it down, and we didn't do that today.
It's never nice to lose a game, but I suppose losing that man at 93rd minute, what's the reaction there? Just because the winner coming from a man running quite a distance. Yeah,
they were having a lot of joy second half in terms of their numbers in the middle of the park. So we sort of tried to fill the middle of the park up with the subs we made, and almost had 4 centre midfielders on in the second half. But the ball comes up, we don't hold it. We don't hold it up. We flick it round the corner. We don't secure it. He breaks, and then he doesn't get nobody engages him from 1 18-yard box to practically the other, which is nowhere near good enough at any point in the game, let alone in injury time.
Just going back to the start of the day, then 3 changes from Friday, without a manager as well. Graham Lee getting COVID yet last night. 5 substitutes on the bench. A little bit of a tough game to go into. We were a bit thin on the ground.
Yeah, but it doesn't. The number of subs you've got on the bench and the manager having COVID shouldn't affect the 11 players that are starting the game. All the subs that come on, they're there to do a job, and we should have done it better than we did today. All of us, including the staff as well. So it wasn't good enough, and there's no excuses in terms of changes being made, the manager not being here or anything like that. The amount of subs on the bench, at the end of the day, the job on the pitch wasn't done to the way it should have been, and ultimately we got punished for it.
I know you spoke to the gaffer after the game on the phone. He was watching at home. Was he trying to send through messages as the game was going on? And what did he have to say at full time?
Yeah, he did. He was in contact with the lads in the bench throughout the game. Little messages and little details, inputs into changes and stuff like that, and obviously just a one of frustration at the end of the game. Like you say, the manner of the goal as well, the timing of the goal. It should have just probably been a case of we weren't great. Second half, take your medicine, take a 1-1, get on the bus and let's get home and take a draw. But to get done so late on, it's frustrating and very disappointing.
When you made 3 changes, as mentioned, Jamie Sterry was one of them who dropped out of the squad. I'm guessing that was on the back of the reaction from Friday.
Yeah, he cracked a couple of ribs earlier in the season, had a bit of trouble with that, and took a knock on Friday, had a little bit reoccurrence of it, so he's one who needs monitoring over the next few days to see how he is.
Omar Bogle was your first substitute. Was that just with the amount of games he's played and so soon, or?
Yeah, bit of tiredness, I think, bit of fatigue creeping in. He didn't seem to be giving us what we wanted in terms of as the game went on, and like you say, he, before he came in, he hadn't played a great deal of football consistently. So the 2 games over the weekend have probably caught up with him. So we felt we needed to freshen it up. Obviously got more game time into Luke Molyneux, which is a bonus as well.
I think it's probably fair to say that a little bit of a tough patch at the moment, and with the 2 defeats over the weekend, what's it like for yourself and Graham and Sweens inside there when the season's coming to a close, when not going up, not going down, and you're trying to motivate the lads to go out there and fight for everything?
It's frustrating. It's frustrating that people think we have to motivate them. I didn't need anyone to motivate me when I played. You should be able to motivate yourself for whatever circumstances they're in, whether they've got a contract for next year, whether they're trying to get a contract at a different club for next year, whether they're trying to get a contract here for next year. Whatever it is, there should always be that motivation within themselves as individuals, and then collectively as a team. So it's up to the staff at times to give details and try and give little messages and sort of gee them up and motivate them as well. But I think the motivation has to come from within, not just on a Saturday but Monday to Friday as well.
I suppose one person who may come away with his head held high is Bryn Morris, who's been through the wars recently. He had to sit out through injuries and bide his time, and come in today, and especially first half, fantastic, and got himself to the back post and got a goal, his first goal.
Yeah, I think since he's come back in, Bryn he sort of gradually grew back into the side since his injury, and I think first half today especially was definitely his a performance what we've seen pretty much when he first came into the club. So hopefully that bodes well for the next games. I've no doubt he's covered a lot of distance today as well. He seemed to be everywhere on the pitch, and like you say, popping up at the back post with a goal is a bonus as well.
Just finally, 600 plus Pills fans, and you not have anybody, they'll always travel near and far, and amazing to see. Obviously not great for them to go home the way it has done, the way it's finished, but great to see another great following. Yeah,
fantastic following, and again, the lads go over there and show the appreciation at the end, and the fans are clapping them off after, I'm sure, what's very frustrating and disappointing for them as well, and that's something else, extra motivation for the players as well. You should be motivated to come out and play for them every week, home or away. You'll always get a good following no matter how far we go, whether it's a Saturday or a Tuesday night, and obviously the home support's been fantastic as well. But another great turnout, and they stuck by the lads right until the end.
Nelson, thanks very much.
Cheers.